Welcome to a new Smart Money video. I have sought out some of the very best advice for starting businesses, and today I would like to share it to encourage and to help those who are looking out at starting in entrepreneurship. This advice should enable you as a starting out entrepreneur to gain some sort of success or traction. Some of it will help you like signposts on a road, which enable you to keep pushing on and persevere when the going gets tough. The first thing is that an entrepreneur needs to have capital. You need to understand that although your business idea may be great, and although there's been a lot of buzz and excitement around it, things will take time. It takes roughly 1 to 3 months to get a meeting with a CEO or C-suite level person in a business, and generally it can take 2 to 4 weeks to get a meeting with a senior person in a business. All of this means that things take a lot of time. It takes a lot longer than what you might suspect. Now that clearly only applies if you're starting a business where you're selling to other businesses. If you're selling to consumers, it is a lot quicker to find consumers, but you have other things which cause delays and frustrations. So step or rule number 1, make sure you have enough capital for at least 6 months worth of operations of your business and your own living expenses. This will ensure that you have enough time to get traction and to bring in those first sales. It is common to feel discouraged and that you're wasting your time, especially when money is tight or when your capital is running out. However, keep on persevering. Chelsea Rivera had some good advice on this topic, and she said, be consistent. Spend a few hours every day and you will make good progress. And this is ultimately what we need to do as entrepreneurs. We need to spend some time every day on our idea or project or business venture. And even though it is new beginnings or early days, this time will accumulate into a snowball effect which starts to help us to get momentum in our business. Key number 2 is with your dream or your idea, you need to share it. You need to be quite open with discussing your idea with people, getting feedback, and understanding what others think of it. Because for you, you know your idea is great, and you believe it. Otherwise, you would not be trying to start this business or this venture. However, we are sometimes blind to seeing the faults in our idea or the weak spots. As we share with people, we will generally get 2 types of feedback. One type of feedback will be quite positive and encouraging, and that can be used to add momentum and energy to what we're doing. Another type of feedback is quite criticizing of what we're doing or of our idea. And what ends up happening is that if you receive that in the wrong way, it will discourage you. But I want to encourage you today. Receive it in such a way as to find the weaknesses in your product or your idea. Use this critical feedback as a way of understanding how to improve your offering. This type of advice is vital. And so point number 2, share your idea and get both forms of feedback. Don't only look for those who are going to be positive and don't only look for those who are going to be critical. Get a mixture so that you can get the energy to find what is wrong and to fix it. Following on from ideas, the next thing to be careful of is that we focus on one idea at a time. As entrepreneurs, and certainly as beginner entrepreneurs, the temptation is to focus on many ideas, to do too much at once. This can lead us into a problem. There is a lot to do in starting a business. There is a lot to do in getting an idea right and fit for the market. What this means is we need to focus and we need to give the due time to each idea. If we move off an idea too quickly, it might be too small and fragile and not be able to grow to success. Key number 3, when your idea starts to get traction, you will need more people to come on board. And this is a curious place of being an entrepreneur. On one side, you have certain skills and a way of seeing the world that enables you to excel and to exceed and to do very well at a particular thing. On the other hand, if you do everything yourself, well, you're going to have no time at all. And as the business grows, you're going to become the limiting constraint of your business. So it is important that you balance and you judge out when is the right time to bring others on, when is the right time to hand things over. But not only when do you hand things over, what should you hand over? Should you hand over the highly skilled and technical areas of your business as you begin to grow? Or should you hand over the more administrative and routine areas? Ultimately, each entrepreneur is different, and depending on your strengths towards either the skill and the specific skill that is required in technical expertise, or the administrative routine and diligence, you will need to make a decision on what to give up. I suggest you give up the things that you are worst at. Yes, there are a lot of things as humans we're not good at, but we do them anyway as entrepreneurs. Now, as your business grows and you have the resources and ability, I recommend that you give up the things you're not good at. Let someone else do them, and retain the things that you are good at until, again, you get to a certain place where you can bring on people that are even better than you in something. And this is the cycle. Keep replacing your time in the business with other people's time as long as they're better than you at doing that particular thing. If you're enjoying this video, please press the like button. It'll help get the search rankings up for others to find this useful information. Following on from this, when we bring people into the business, we need to do it slowly and at the right pace. Some people want to be all in. They want to take all the capital that they've got and set up an entire business and have 100 people overnight working for them. This is really not ideal. It is best to scale with demand, or perhaps slightly ahead of demand or slightly behind demand, but never too far ahead of it. If your company requires that you have, say, 10 people in order to deliver the product or service, then have 10 people, or maybe 11 or maybe 9. If you have 9, everyone works a little bit harder. If you have 11, you have some room to push and grow. But if you have 50 people and you only need 10, the problem is that people get bored and they start to find things to do. They start to create fluff and other things you don't need in your business. And you know what? That stuff hangs around and sticks with you. Rather, have everyone in your business focused and working on making the product better, selling the product, or delivering the product. At this point in time, when it is early days for your business, there is no need for additions and extras. Another area that I recommend you hire a professional into is your accounting and your business finance. It is really important that you bring on an expert. They understand the tax law, they understand accounting practices, and they know how to keep the business finance running really well. You need to seek out a great person and bring them on board when your business is at the right size. And this is as soon as there are too many numbers for you to confidently handle with your experience. This will save you a lot of money in the long run, and not only that, they provide additional services such as cash flow projections and forecasts, which can help your business to sustain itself through the various different seasons that naturally take place in a business. There was a top tip from Forbes, and they said that the number one thing a startup or beginner entrepreneur needs to do is learn how to sell their product. It is vital that we can sell our product, and if you can't sell it, quickly find someone who can, because without sales, your business is going nowhere, and this is vital. You're going to have to close shop or get sales on track. Please put your top tip for entrepreneurship in the comments below. Thank you for watching a new Smart Money video on entrepreneurship for beginners. Please remember to like, comment, and share this video if you have found it useful.